I actually like Shinpei as a character. He immediately understood the circumstances that he's in after his first death in episode 1. And that means he's basically saving us the time from waiting for him to figure out that he's in a time loop. And because Shinpei has a bit of competency in him, we're able to watch this one with more interest as to how he'll outsmart the shadows. And since we pretty much already know the template of this show, and by template I mean the general idea of what Shinpei needs to do for the rest of the series, I would like to highlight what makes this show horrific. Normally, when people think of horror, they think of jump scares, brutal scenes, that kind of stuff. But for summertime rendering, what makes this entire ordeal of Shinpei as horrific is that he didn't ask to be in a time loop. He's forced to see this entire situation, and if you're someone who isn't exactly a smart man, being stuck in a time loop kind of feels like a fate worse than death. Because obviously, if you can't figure out the right move to advance the timeline and your save point as well, you're basically screwed. As simple as that. It's like Diavolo's death scenes, but in slow motion. You were just given more time in between each death, and really, it's only a matter of time before you break as a person. And in the case of Shinpei, it really just took him 2 episodes to show to us viewers how horrific it means to be stuck in a time loop. And you can definitely see in his face the sheer horror and mental stress he's experiencing by just realizing it. In any case, the biggest takeaway for this episode, I think, is that his save point changed from this one to this one, which basically has huge implications to the story because it makes the planning stage so much harder for Shinpei because he doesn't know how far back he'll respawn whenever he dies. And in effect, some actions of his might become permanent if he's unlucky, which could be the case in the future just to screw with him and us, the viewers, as well. And with that said, that's basically it for this episode. I thank you all for watching and see you guys next week.